All right, everyone, welcome back to Midnight Tintz headquarters here in Blue Island, Illinois. I'm here with Jose Garcia, the owner of Midnight Tintz.
What's up, guys?
We took some questions from you on Instagram a few weeks ago. It's taken us a bit of a time to get it all sorted out, but finally we're here. We're ready to answer all of your concerns, any questions you had, any interest you had with our business. So now, Jose, are you ready for these questions?
Yes, of course. Shoot them away.
All right. So the first question here comes from Liz Esparza,
Oh, okay.
and she is asking, how long do tints last in a car?
How long do they last? There's a lot of things that go into it. One would be the brand that the installer uses, and two, the material. So if you're using dyed film, which is like the cheapest film you could get installed, I would say probably, if it's good quality, probably no more than 10 years. And like the very cheap end, probably like 3 years, and then might turn purple or start peeling or whatever, bubbling. But then if you upgrade to either carbon or ceramic, it should last you longer than the car itself. So yeah, most like lifetime with ceramic and carbon.
Lifetime, Jose says, we have really good quality tints here at Midnight Tintz from the best suppliers. We hope they serve you well. Next question from Boo Boo Solis. They want to ask, does the color of your car affect how dark the tint looks?
It does. So depending on the color of your interior, it is gonna give you an illusion of a lighter or darker tint. So if you have a lighter interior like beige or white, darker tint is gonna look a little lighter than usual just because of your lighter interior. But if you have a black or a darker color interior, then the same tint applied to the other car that has light interior, it's gonna look way darker.
All right. Really interesting to hear about that, just the illusions, I guess, with the interior of the car.
Yeah, and the angles too.
And the angles, of course. Now, H.L.C wants to ask you, how do you interact with your customers?
How do I interact with my customers? There's a variety of ways. One would be word of reference. So they give me, so people that I've tinted prior to, previously, they call me and they tell me, oh, this person recommended me. So then I'm like, oh, great to hear. It's good for me, because then I'm saying like, oh, I did a good job. But yeah, that's one way. Another way would be Google, social media like Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, but mainly Instagram. And just be respectful and polite to everyone. And if it's just like a question, I try to answer it to the best of my knowledge. And yeah, is there any more specific questions on that side?
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, why Tylene is asking you when are you taking people for the tail light and headlight tints?
So far this year I did start introducing it, but it's more of me practicing it, so I'm not really offering it as like a service yet. But if you do ask me, I could do it, and it wouldn't be the best work, but it would just be practice. I would let you know. But next year, most likely for sure, it's gonna be a service and mostly done much better than now.
All right. And another question, why did you start Midnight Tintz? What made you get into this business?
Alright, so I was a broke college student. I needed money. No, but in reality, one day I wanted to tint my own car, which was a 2005 Monte Carlo. It was a two-door. I was thinking of tinting it because it didn't have tints. And I asked around, and they were quoting me I think the cheapest one was like 200 something. And that was every window except the windshield, of course. And I thought it was expensive. I was like, well, why is it so expensive to do something so simple as putting a sticker on the window? Until I realized when I did it myself that it's much more complicated. There's a lot of things that go into tinting: the type of vehicle, the type of window, the type of material you're using, and the conditions that you're around, the weather, the environment, if you're doing it outside, inside, if it changes. But yeah, started thinking of doing it, and I don't know. It was hard, but thing is, like, I guess because it was hard, it bothered me that I didn't know how to do it, so I wanted to learn how to do it. And then, yeah, it was good money too. So, yeah, that's how I started, I guess.
And our final question is, how do you see the future of Midnight Tintz rolling out for the next year?
For the next year, so we are currently going into the winter season, and it doesn't get as busy. So I'm gonna use this time to learn more about tints. Most likely work on a website that is gonna be coming up most likely next year and ready to use. So you guys could there's gonna be information there really, and maybe get quotes from there without having to get back to me all the time. But yeah, that's one of the plans, and hopefully introducing things like color tint for windows, headlight and tail light tint for sure, and start to dive into wrapping. So yeah, that's another service that I want to introduce, and yeah, let's see how it goes really.
All right, and we do actually have one more question. I missed this one, but they were asking, like, they lost in the giveaway. They want to know what your address is. They want to find you. They want to have a little conversation about why they lost. They're angry. They're calling you a lot of things I can't really repeat on camera. You know what it is, but what would you say?
Yeah, I've seen some of those people in person. But yeah, for those people that didn't win the giveaway, I do plan to do more giveaways similar. Maybe introducing products like, laptops or something for next year, besides window tinting or discounts or whatever. But I do plan to give more giveaways and stuff.
Mm-hmm. All right. Thank you very much, Jose, owner of Midnight Tintz here. I recommend to everyone, come out here and support a local business. We're the underdogs competing against all the big tinting companies, that are getting greedy with their prices, et cetera, et cetera. We got good quality and great prices here, so we recommend you come on down to Midnight Tintz, engage with us, follow us on Instagram, all YouTube, all social media platforms as well. And thank you very much for staying tuned, and we'll see you in the future.
Thanks, guys. See you.
Thank you.